games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode today with, I think, episode 7. We are just going to be powering on through some more games. If you haven't caught up with the series, then do go and check out the playlist and get yourself all nice and caught up. If you are caught up, then welcome to today's episode. Today, we have a first game up against Huddersfield, and then we do have a handful of games to try and get through. Obviously, we have the Derby game, then we have a look at our monthly scouting reports, and at the very least, we'll probably end up getting to at least Sheffield United. Any further, obviously, would be fantastic, but it's getting close to that January transfer window, and there's a couple of players that I would like to have a little look at, but I can't add them to my scout list because I've been told if they've only got like 6 months left, you can't scout them, otherwise the team will like definitely renew their contract. So it's a bit of a stinker in that one. But regardless, we've got a few games to pay attention to today and some games that really do affect the top sort of 6 in this table. The Sheffield United game is going to be a huge one. Obviously, Stoke right around it as well. So that's going to be a big game. And yeah, you can see obviously the table, we are dropping points a little bit. You know, we're 11 points off of that top 2 right now. But then you look at it that way as well, we're only 4 points off of 4th. So it's close, but there's a definite gap between that sort of top 2, 3. So let's crack on, and I'll probably see you guys at the Huddersfield game. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to go with the 4-2-2 today. Seni, McCallum, Barbet, Dickey and Kakai are our back 5. Johansson and Amos as the holding midfielders. Ilyas Chair on the left, Chris Willock on the right, Lyndon Dykes and Charlie Austin playing with him. Charlie Austin did ask to start. I'm a man of my word. I will play people when I can. So, yeah, let's jump into it. And let's see if we can take on a very tricky side here in Huddersfield. They are down in 20th right now, so they're having a bit of a sticky time in this save. But they're no mugs, and they're playing 5 at the back, so that's always going to be difficult to break down. Hopefully, I'm really hoping today that Charlie can be a bit of a provider for Lyndon and get that ball up, hold it up, and then play it out and off to sort of whether it be one of the wingers or whether it be Lyndon up top. But let's just hope today that we can really start to power through and get a good result. That's what I've got to hope for. That's what we've got to play for. Is 3 points, boys. Come on, let's go. Huddersfield on a bit of an attack here. A bit of a counter from our attack before. Now, Ozzy's got to see his man out. Does so very well. Keeps it alive as well. Good lad. Plays it in to Willock. And maybe we can bring this away now. Amos is going to have this. This is where I would like to have Gray. And Charlie just doesn't have the pace of Gray at all. But Amos here has got the beating of his man. Amos now going to look at the edge of the box to find Lyndon. Good first touch. Second touch is even better as it flies into that top corner. Things you absolutely love to see. That run there from Amos was absolutely fantastic. I have to say, although obviously I would have liked Gray because I could have played it to Gray first time where Charlie was making that run, he did pull that defender massively out of position, gave Lyndon that chance to just take that touch outside of him and then just find that close post. That's lovely. Really nice first touch. Bit of a weird sort of jumping of feet, which is something you're going to get. What the hell did the keeper look terrified there? He looked like he was cowering. But it finds the top of the net. That's what I needed to see. It's 1-0. It's a nice early start. We don't get that too often recently, so a nice early goal could be huge for us. Come on, boys. Let's hold on to this. Let's add to it. Not hold on to it. Let's add to it. Huddersfield bringing this ball forward quite nicely here. They're going to play it out wide. McCallum doesn't quite get there in time. Mate, Ozzy Kakai's having a good game today. That's another block there as well. Ozzy, mate. Good lad. Things you'd have to see, Osman. Now maybe we could even start a bit of a counter here. That's a nice ball from Charlie. That's so unlucky. If Lyndon just had a little bit more pace or a tad more physicality, he had that, and that would have been a really good chance for a second. Lovely ball from Charlie. That was just unlucky. Be careful here, not let them through. It's a good strike, and that is off the post. Mate, that literally has just come out of nowhere. They have not had too much of the ball. They've not had many chances. Dickey wasn't going to be able to get in the way of that, and that has literally hit the post flush and still gone behind. There was some real welly behind that. That was a lucky break for us there. Gotta be careful here not to let them through. Come on, McCallum, mate. Gotta see him out. Gotta see him out. It's a nice turn. It's a very nice turn. Mate, this guy is doing us dirty on this left-hand side. I don't know who their winger is, but he's a pain in the backside, on their right-hand side, sorry, our left-hand side, to try and get the ball off. But they've got a corner relatively late into this half, but it's straight at Amos, who hasn't cleared it. My God, thankfully, their striker was in the way of that. I've just held square for him to just boot that away, and he's just tapped it. He's just not booted it clear at all. That could have been really problematic. Half-time is fast approaching. This is the kind of perfect time for them to kind of score and get back into it. But thankfully, McCallum has won that really nicely, and we should just see this out. Now, I don't think we'll get enough time to start an attack. We don't. But that's a very good first half. A couple of little shaky moments. The one where they hit the bar. The one where their own player, thankfully, stopped it from that corner. But yeah, I would say we've played really nicely. We haven't had loads of attempts, but we've had a lot of the ball. We've made some good chances sort of going forward, but we just haven't really made many shooting chances out of those. But I have to say, I've been very impressed with the team so far. The boys are playing very nicely. I'm going to bring on Coles for the second half. Coles is going to come on and replace Ilias, because Ilias hasn't got massively involved in that first half. So we're going to just bring on Coles and hopefully add a bit of pace to that left-hand side and maybe get him behind, because Willock was getting a lot of luck getting in behind their fullback. Maybe Coles can do the same in this second half. At some point, I'll probably bring on Field or Hamer. I would like to bring on Hamer at some point. Ozzy's had a really, really good game, so I don't really want to take him off, but McCallum's getting a little bit frustrated at his lack of game time, so I'm in a little bit of a sticky situation with that one, but time will tell. Regardless, Chair off, Coles on, the only change at half-time. Can it maybe also add a little bit of a chance for a second? That would be nice. Oh, they've had a shot from range. Thankfully, it's flown well and truly over the bar. Okay, an hour gone now, and I have made a change. I've brought on Sam Field for Luke Amos. Again, not because Amos has been bad. Amos has actually been relatively decent today. He's had a good little game, minus that one small mistake, but thankfully it didn't lead to anything. But Sam Field, obviously, want to get him on the pitch, get him a bit of game time, because he's a good little player, and it's good to see him, you know, getting some minutes. That would be nice to hopefully see that in real life soon as well, because I think he has been very missed for us in real life. Willock with a chance to try and bring this away. Charlie Austin trying to burst in behind, but he's got it to feet, and that is fantastic. That's really good to see. Oh, here we go. To Linden. Surely Linden. Good first touch. Plays it low driven. Oh, I've tried to play it behind the defender, because I thought if I can play it behind the defender to that bottom corner, the keeper's never going to get there. He played it behind the defender. Sadly, he played it outside of the post. That's a real, real shame. I think, you know what? I'm going to bring on... I'm not going to bring on Gray. I'm going to bring on Hamer. But I'm going to bring him on the left. I'm going to rest Ozzy. Ozzy, mate, has had that's one of the best games Ozzy has had in this this save so far. He really was very, very good today. So we'll bring on Hamer, get him a couple of minutes under his belt as well. Give him 20 minutes on the clock. I'm just going to give Charlie this game and have a fully rested Gray for the next one. That's, I think, my thought process here, because the Derby game isn't a million miles away, so it'll be good to rest a couple of players. Huddersfield with the corner here. It was a nice ball over the top that McCallum had to deal with, and very nearly didn't, so it's good that he did in the end. But they have got a corner now. I think they're going to play it into the box. They do. Willock gets it away. It's not fully gone away, but now Johansson, our Mr. Norwegian himself, has a chance to bring it away. We've left Charlie Austin up there as a target man, and now he's got to try and break away, and he's doing so pretty well. He's staying ahead of his men. Charlie Austin. Oh, he's hit it wide. Oh, man. I think he's got the best shooting stats in the entire squad, so I'm really surprised he's dragged that one. I thought that was a relatively easy chance. I had no thought in my mind other than that is a goal for Charlie Austin. I'm gutted that hasn't found the back of the net. I'm genuinely gutted. Bringing the ball forward here. McCallum steps in really nicely there to win that one. And maybe now we have a chance to bring this away as I look and see Coles in a bit of space there. Lovely touch. Lovely chance now to bring this ahead of his man. He's got the beating of him for pace. There's no one in the box. I'm just going to have to shoot. It's a good save. Can he get the rebound? The keeper's up quickly. He isn't going to get there the first time. Linden can't quite get to that one. But there's not long left now. Let's just try and see this one out. There's 4 minutes of added time. Jesus. Thankfully, Coles intercepts that one. But 4 minutes of added time. Oh, I've not wanted that there. I've not wanted that there at all. I've wanted to play that to Sammy Field. But now they've got one last chance probably to try and bring this forward. Sam Field, you absolute beauty. Great tackle there from Fieldy. That's a really nice tackle. And it gives us a chance just to rotate it a little bit here. See the clock down. Charlie can play it into Linden. Linden's just going to shoot. Try and waste time. Try and get the ref to blow his whistle, mate. There it is. 5 minutes gone. And we get the 3 points. It was a scrappy win in the end. There weren't too many chances. I think we had the better chances. Linden with that shot just ragged wide. Charlie with that shot just wide. Coles with a chance late on there. I think we deserved that win. I have to say, I think we deserved the win. They were just shooting from range. They had one decent effort that hit the post. And the one that was blocked by their player. So, but I think Senny had it covered. So I'm happy with that. It's a good result. It's a good 3 points. And now hopefully it can be the chance of trying to just bring a few wins together, try and, you know, get a bit of form and just try and go with a bit of an unbeaten run. We're not passing enough. I'm not making nearly enough passes. But the win does see us into the top 6 now. That's Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth who have been leapfrogged. That's fantastic for us. Stoke, I think, drew their game because I think they were on 28. And obviously we've got them coming up soon. Plus, we have the Sheffield United games. So we do have the Blades to try and take on. But that's a big win for us. I'm very happy with that indeed. Fulham's still unbeaten. That is incredible. 19 games in unbeaten. That is actually mental. There's no two ways about that. But now this is a real chance for us to try and cement a place in this top 6. It's really important now, these next couple of games, we can pick up some important points and try and make a bit of a gap between us and sort of 7th and 8th place. But you can see Derby is 2 days away. It's going to be a rotated side. It's going to be a tricky one. Okay, you can see a bit of rotation here today. So Adebayo makes his way back into the side. Dozzle coming in for Johansson, which makes Barbe captain for the day. Coles is going to start, and Great is back in the side. This is going to be one of our sim games today. Obviously, I can and will jump in if I need to. But yeah, I think this is going to be a tricky old game. They're down in 19th, so they're not having the best of time in this save. And obviously, they're not having the best of time in real life either with the points deduction and everything. But this is not going to be a simple game. They're setting up in a 4-2-3-1. I think it was Senny with a good early save. But yeah, what I'll do is obviously, as per usual, I'll show you guys any highlights that happen. And if I need to jump in, I'll jump in. Let's go. Oh, that was a beautiful chance. Putting a plate for Ilias Chair there, but he's hit it over. That's such a shame. Oh, that was really nicely played. Dykes with a fantastic chance in the end as well, but it was a very good save from the keeper. That was a really, really nice bit of play, and it ended in a decent shot, but a good save. Oh, that is lovely. Dozzle getting the final touch on that to find the back of the net. That bit of play, the little tiki-taka kind of stuff around the edge of the box was fantastic. Isaac Coles, I think, was the man with the assist there. So, really nicely done. Very happy with that 1-0. Good start, boys. Just for half-time as well. Good timing. So, at half-time, we go in having played considerably better, I think. A lot of the ball, a lot of nice touches, a lot of play around the box. And you can see Dozzle definitely making the most of this appearance today, obviously, because he wouldn't normally be in this side. So, fair play to him for coming in and putting in a hell of a shift. Linden is pretty darn tired, I won't lie to you. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the 4-2-3-1. So, I'm going to set up those tactics. I'll show you guys in a second. But we are going to 4-2-3-1. Wow, I struggled with that, didn't I? Okay, so this is what I'm changing it to. So it's basically going to be that Willock comes on for Linden just because of, again, fitness, because I want him ready for the next games because we've got some very tough games coming up. But also it gets Willock back into this and it gives this little formation another chance too. I think this could be a good chance to kind of break these guys down because, again, they're playing that 4-2-3-1. If we match it, we're equal to a man. And hopefully now we've got that lead, we'll just keep up that little bit of I don't know, maybe just keep the possession, but hopefully make a few more chances with some more players in the midfield, get creative and take it forward. Let's hope that's what happens. Oh, lovely bit of play. That was really, really nice. Amos nearly getting himself a goal. The DM's getting involved today, but that was a really nice bit of play. Shame it couldn't quite find the back of the net. It's off the bar. Can we get another chance? Not quite. Oh, good effort there. That's a really nice chance there for Ilias Chair. I've made some changes of the way. Albert Adoma and Willock, Albert Adoma and Hamer coming on. Hamer on for Adebayo and Albert Adoma came on for Isaac Coles. So, yeah, just to kind of see this game out. 10 minutes to go. It's getting a little bit stressful. I hate sim games when it's 1-0 because all it takes is them to have one counter-attack and you're in trouble. But, yeah, the boys played pretty well so far. Unlucky there from Gray. Let's hold out on this one, please, boys, please. Oh, it's off the bar with a late chance from Ilias Chair, but thankfully another 1-0. We do see it out. As you can see, the boys played really well. They definitely came back into it, Derby, with some chances in that second half, but none of them they were all pretty tame efforts and stuff, so you might not see them in the replays because they weren't particularly good shots. But I have to say, we've definitely scraped through that one with, again, a relatively dominant performance. Dozzle there with a 10 out of 10. Fair play to Dozzle coming in for Johansson because he was quite tired. So that's a huge result and a real good chance from players. Hamer and Adoma apparently having a bit stinker times coming on. But regardless, well done, boys. That's another 3 points. And with Sheffield United still having a game in hand, it's a real good chance for us now to hopefully stay ahead of them because I think they're our next game. So regardless of what they do in their next... Oh, no, they're the game after Stoke. Regardless of what happens in the next game, we have a good chance of overtaking them because we know we're within 3 points of them. So that's really good stuff. I'm just going to get to the first. We'll have a look at our scout reports and then we'll get to the next game. Okay, so our Moroccan scout. This is going to be the last month from the Moroccan scout. And this guy looks decent straight off the bat. Ahmed, it's a potential 77 to 94. He looks very good indeed. Tariq Sabit is going to be a no from me. Said Hassan, again, I think it's going to be a no. Nadir, I don't think we can sign you. Amrani, it's going to be a no as well. Ooh, El Basir. 51 to 70. He's got a million value now, so he's going to be decent. He's 6'1". Okay, we're gonna take the punt on El Basia. Nasiri, it's a no. Tagmao, I'm going to say no to you as well. Tagmao, I don't know how to say that. You know what? We'll sign Ahmed as well. These will be players that if we just don't end up using them, we'll probably just end up being sold. I don't really mind that. Michael Steele, Caleb Gardner, Elijah Hutton. It's no from me for all three of them. I don't think any of them look pretty decent at all. So let's go and have a little look at the players that we did just add to our youth system and see what we're saying here. So Al-Basir is a cam / centre mid, 5-star, 3-star. And he is 6'1"? Yeah, 6'1". Okay, let's have a little look at that development plan. Let's have a little gander and see what he's doing. So he's definitely built as a cam. His shooting is just a tad low, if I'm honest with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with the attacking midfielder and really work on the passing. Get his passing nice and high there. Get him to, 70-plus passing. And we'll be looking with a decent little player on our hands. And then we had Ahmed. Now, he's a centre-forward / striker. He's got 52 shooting. He's got good dribbling. You know what, my dude? I don't think you're going to be a centre-forward / striker. I think you are going to be a winger for us, bro. I think we're going to make you into a winger. You've got really good dribbling. We can get the pace up. We're going to make him into a right winger. That's the plan here. He's left-footed. We're going to make you into a left winger. Okay. So, yeah, I'm all about that. Fantastic. Let's make him a left winger. That's good. Development plans. Everyone else obviously still doing their thing. Dope. I'm happy with this, boys. Very happy with this. The youth system is getting there. And news before we get into this game. Sheffield United only managed a draw in their last game, which I think was against Bristol City. So that's a big result for us because that actually sees us above them. So the game against them gives us a chance to go 4 points clear on the game that we play against them. So let's hope, let's really hope that we can hold on to this. And I'll get the team ready for the Stoke game. This is going to be a tough old match. Okay, going into this game, you can see a few changes here. Hamer in at left back and Jordi Device starting. Jordi Device did ask to start, so again, man of my word, he's going to get in. Dozzle, after that incredible performance in the last game, is going to come in and start as well at DM for Amos. And Coles is going to start today with Gray and Dykes up top. So a few changes, but again, it's a strong team. I'm very confident with this squad, and I think we can go out today and really try and really put it on Stoke. Because again, very, very good squad. It's snowing. Oh, I'm absolutely fuming, boys. I'm fuming. Orange pitch lines. Outraged. Absolutely outraged. Oh, look. You know what? I have to say, it does actually look pretty sick. I won't lie about it. It does look pretty dope, but they could have changed the ball. They remember to repaint the pitch, but they couldn't bring the orange football. Absolutely outrageous. Regardless, come on, boys. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can maybe actually start with a chance here straight away. Ilias Chair. Going to play it inside to Linden. He's going to have a go from the edge of the box. And it's terrible. I won't be doing that again. I look like Arsene Wenger, boys. Hello. Okay, that shot was woeful. But, mate, I actually legitimately look like Arsene Wenger. We're going invincible next season. Confirmed. Got to be careful here. They're playing it around nicely. Stoke with a good first chance. And it goes over. It's really hard to see this football. I'm not going to lie to you. I am really struggling to see this football when it's flying in the air. It is not good at all that it's a white ball on a snowy day. That is actually outrageous behaviour. Oh, this is a bad chance. I have no idea where the ball's going. That could be going top corner. That could be going for a throw-in. And I wouldn't have been able to tell you. Dozzle now going to play it out to Coles. Coles has a chance now really to stretch his legs and really make a run down this side. And he has done just that. Coles going to dink it in there. Oh, it can't quite drop to Linden. Dozzle. Oh, tried to chest it down. I thought if I can just chest it past the man here, we've got a real good chance. But hold on. Oh, it's dropped to... Oh, it's Ilias. Ilias is going to have a go. Again, it's wide, but I had to wait for it to go off the pitch to realise that. Isaac Coles, again, with a bit of space here to try and go down this side. Takes it past Klukas really nicely. Coles going to try and whip it in there. It's not the best cross. Oh, but it nearly dropped there to Andre Gray. Instead, it drops to Dozzle, who has a go, but it is straight at Davies, and it's a decent save. Ozzy now having to get back. He's going to try and do so, but it's a good ball to the back post there. Seni leaves it, and thankfully it does go wide. This has been a real end-to-end game, and there's been a lot of chances, but thankfully not much on target from Stoke, but sadly not too much on target from us either. Stoke got the ball out wide here. Hamer going to have to try and get out there and stop it. Thankfully forces him back, but they are going to play it inside again eventually. Play it inside again. Dozzle now. Got to be careful with this space that we're leaving open. That's a good strike, but that's a great save from Super Bloomin' Senny, keeping us in it just before half-time. That could have been a really stinky moment for us, but thankfully we have got Superman in goal, and he does stop that one. Can we maybe try and get one chance? No, we can't just before the half. I just tried to play an audacious through ball there for Gray. This has been a tricky game. In the snow, it's really, really hard to see what's going on. If it wasn't a white football, I think I'd be fine. The fact it's a white football, it's very difficult to see what's going on. I wish I'd paid attention to the fact it would have said snowy somewhere in the menus. But regardless, I don't think we've been bad, but I don't think we've quite offered enough. I don't think I've got anything to change, though. Willock will probably make his way on at some point. Otherwise, I'm happy with what's going on. I'm not upset with the squad, so I think for now we just crack on with what's there and just see if we can just try and get used to the way that this is with the snow. If we can get used to it, we've got a chance. Here we go. Lovely bit of play. This has been a really nice build-up. Isaac Coles with the shot. Isaac Coles with the goal. Really nice stuff indeed. I said in the last game that I don't pass enough. Today, I've been passing a little bit more, and that chance has come from that. Isaac Coles, please promise you're never going to do that ever again, mate. But that is a lovely bit of play, and I'm really happy for Coles to get a goal there. It's just great to see him find the back of the net because he's had a real tricky moment, and it's been a real tough start for him in this save because realistically, he's not really lived up to his rating, and it's hopefully going to be, again, a start for him now to try and really get some consistent goals if he can earn the game time. But really happy for Coles there to get his second goal, I think, of the season. It might be, well, third maybe including the cup, but regardless, chuff for Coles, really good stuff. And again, the passing play definitely helped out. So let's see if maybe that's going to be a way to take on Stoke at the very least. Got to be careful now not to let them immediately respond. Dickey just gets the ball lumped at him, but sees it out nice and easily. But they are going to rotate it back in. Jordy Device gets megged, but does win the ball. Good choice there, referee. He did win it. Don't tell Jordy Device otherwise, because you might not like his response. Johansson plays it out to Ilias here. Ilias going to dink it in there. He's going to aim at Dykes, and Dykes does win it. The defender doesn't swing for it, and Linden gets the ball quite jammily, in my opinion, but does just thump that into the net. Just as it drops to the defender just doesn't react as quickly as Linden does. It's a really nice ball in there. It just finds that perfect spot. But I thought the defender had it, but he just didn't respond. And Linden just shot around him and just found the back of the net there. Chester with the late response there. The Welshman just doesn't react. Also really bent his ankle there. But lovely stuff there from Linden to find the back of the net. Absolutely thrilled. 2-0 with a very, very quick second. So that's really, really good to see. I think we'll bring on Amos here. I think, actually no, I'll keep them that way round. Amos can come on for sure. I want to make another change, but I don't really know who to change. You know what? We'll bring on McCallum for Ozzy. Again, we'll rest Ozzy for a little bit. Chair's been made the captain. I don't know how I feel about Chair as captain. Dickey at captain feels a little bit safer for me. So we'll bring on Willock for Chair. I think Coles has earned the full 90 minutes today. Coles doesn't get to play for the full 90 for that long or that often, so it'll be nice to give him a chance to play the full 90 today. But Willock on and Amos on, Johansson and Chair parting ways. But 2-0, very nice indeed. Really happy with the response today. And the passing play has made a big difference. So maybe that's something I need to add to my game a little bit more. I need to make more passes instead of trying to like run to find the space, pass it to players and let the space make itself. I think that's the play for us going forward now. Oh, it's a really nice touch there, but Super Senny is going to be out there quickly. Lovely stuff there, because that could have been problematic, so well done to Senny Dieng. He played it inside the box now. Good effort, Super Senny with a super save. Man, I don't know how many times I've said almost that exact phrase. It just goes to show how good Senny Dieng has really been in this series for us. That's really weird that they let that drop and he took the shot instead of the header. However, it is going to be another corner as Senny does make another save there from the previous one. They've played it out wide. Thankfully, it's gone all the way through everyone, but it's not gone just yet. It's a chance here on the edge of the box. Got to get the block in there. Well done, Jordy Device. He has actually been really, really good today. He's stepped up to the plate in this game that he's asked to start, and he has been fantastic. And now maybe he can set away Linden. Can Linden get the flick on? He can. It goes to Gray. Coles. Oh, Coles would have been through, but the pass was at the defender instead of beyond him. That's a shame. A minute left on the clock, and it is going to be a Stoke corner here. I'm confident with a minute left, we're not going to concede twice. But I'd still like the clean sheet if possible. We get the first one away. Can we keep it out of the box? Don't let them bring it back in. They've played it out wide. They have brought it in. But McCallum does very, very well to win that one. We're going to play it out, and we are going to get our third win of today's episode. Really, really good stuff. Really happy to see that. And that was a tricky game in the snow. It is not fun to play FIFA. I can tell you that categorically. Clucas, by the way, looks exactly like my manager. Big dubs. But I have to say, very happy indeed there. That really was a good result. I have to say, who was it? Ilias Chair had a fantastic first half. Isaac Coles, that's the best game we've played with him. Isaac Coles was very influential. And the passing play was phenomenal today. Gray didn't get on the score sheet, but played some really nice passing, apart from the odd couple of loose passes near the end. But I was very impressed with the boys, very impressed with how we played today. So I'm really, really happy with that. And also, as a small side note, bloody Fulham. They were 2-0 down to Bournemouth. They drew it 2-2. They scored in the 96th minute. Fuming. Okay, this is really frustrating to me. I've literally just signed Andre Gray. We've literally just given him a contract. And he's complaining that he hasn't got long on his contract and that I'm letting it run down. I mean, I don't get it. I'm going to go and have a little look at what it says. They're also getting mad about appearances. I don't really get why, because he's playing relatively consistently. Let's have a quick look at the Gray situation, right? Because Gray is now here permanently. He submitted a transfer request. He's got 2 years on his contract. He's got a year and a half. I literally can't try and sign him now because he's had a hissy fit. I'm not going to lie, EA. This needs fixing because he's got 2 years on his contract. I literally signed him up to a 2-year deal, and he's complaining that his contract isn't good enough. Plus, he's got a thumbs up on his contract down at the bottom there. That's so stupid, EA. Fix it, because it's so annoying and it's so broken as well. Like, I'd get it if he was complaining to Watford that he only had like 4 or 5 months left, but he's not. He's complaining to me when he's got 2 years. I don't get it. Okay, going in against Sheffield United, who, as we said, did draw the game beforehand, which helped to stay above them. They've just lost their previous game as well, so we're actually 4 points clear of them already. This gives us a chance to go 7 points clear of Sheffield United, who, at the time of seeing this, they are currently in 6th. So this would be a huge, huge step to really start making that gap we were talking about. That would be massive for us. Dieng, McCallum, Barbe, Dickey, Kakai, Johansson, Amos, Chair, Willock, Dykes and Gray is the starting 11. Gray is staying in despite all this nonsense about the contract situation. I actually then received another email saying, "Are you going to talk to me about my contract? You said you were and you haven't got round to it yet." We've received 2 in the space of a week from him when he's signed a contract less than a month ago. It's broken, EA. It needs fixing. But regardless, a very, very strong Sheffield United side. I do believe they have one of the best squads in the Championship, in my opinion. And this is going to be a big, big game. I really do think that this is an important one because that 7 points clear of 6th place would be enormous going into like that January kind of period. So let's hope and pray that that can be something that we do get done today. I really would like to see us get the 3 points because this would be a huge episode. This would be the form that we need to get into that top 3 or 4. Let's make it happen, boys. Come on, you us. Chance here for Gray to play out to Willock, and Willock now can maybe take on Norrington Davies, who's a good little player IRL as well, by the way. He's a good little player, but that is a bad tackle, and that is going to be a yellow card and a free kick to us now. We are going to whip this one in there. We're going to go for this sort of just beyond the penalty spot sort of place here. Willock plays it in. Oh, I put like basically nothing onto it, and it is just absolutely ballooned all the way over there. But Gray's kept it alive into Johansson, off to Linden, who can't quite turn, and they are going to get it away. So we're playing decent here, but we haven't obviously had the shot yet. But we're getting the possession. We're playing it around them nicely, and I'm just trying to play around until we get the space to play it into someone clearly to play a strike, and that is not that passed on. Chance here. There we go. Lyndon Dykes. Oh, not quite through. But we do win it back with Willock. Gray going to play it back to Willock. Back to Gray again. Back down to Chrissy Willock, who's got a bit of space on his left foot. It's a good effort, but it's a save from Verrips. It's a very nice save indeed. Can we maybe just try and capitalise on this? It's a good little bit of play. Lyndon isn't quite going to win it. It's going to drop to Willock. He's going to bring it down. Plays it to Johan Barbe. I was going to strike it. I'm not going to lie. I was just going to lump that. Got to be careful not to let this one through. This would be their first chance, and McBurney makes the most of their first chance, and it's our first goal conceded in today's episode. Ollie McBurney, the man to find the back of the net, Mr. Bucket Hat himself. And it's just disappointing because we've definitely been the better side here. We played really, really nicely. That pass there was beautiful, and then the little layoff inside. As soon as I moved Barbe, I gave McBurney so much space, and it really was two very nice passes to put together. A very nice goal. So, bit of a shame, but now we have got some serious work to do. It's the first time in this episode that we've been behind. Can we maybe try and get back into it? Before half-time would be nice, but we have still got 45 minutes. So I'm not going to panic, but oh, that would have been a lovely pass-through. Wasn't to be. Maybe one last chance for this half here. Inside to Gray. We're going to overlap it here to Willock. Can we get the equaliser just before the half-time whistle? Yes, we can. Chrissy Willock, go and celebrate in front of those away fans. Things you do love to see, but don't do that, Chris. That's not what I wanted. Regardless, we get the goal. We get the equaliser. I do think we deserve, based on that first half, I think we've deserved the goal. So, yeah, very, very happy with that indeed. The nice little bit of play, the little overlap there from Willock. He has done very, very well in this game. Willock has been involved quite heavily, as has Gray, and it's been a lot between Gray and Willock sort of playing it to and from each other. So very nice indeed. Really nice finish into that bottom corner. And we get back into it just before halftime. I'm sure the whistle will go almost immediately, as it does. And yeah, that rounds up that first half. Not too much to say that I haven't already literally just said. Fulham winning at the halftime break. Reading actually 1-0 down, but it is to West Brom, the team in third. So it could be that Reading maybe lose another 3 points, but West Brom picking up the points also relatively indifferent to us because we are behind them anyway. In regards to changes at half-time, I think I'm going to keep this the same. I don't think I need to change things right now. I kind of want to take off Gray because he's pissed me off, but I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm going to keep Gray on for now, because, again, Charlie can maybe come on a little bit later on. But we need to get the lead first before I start messing about with changing things up too much. Let's try and get that second goal that I do think we've honestly justified. I do think we deserve to be in the lead, but if you concede and you don't score, you're not going to win games. Let's try and do that. Come on, let's go. Willock going to get this ball into the box. It's a nice looping cross. Verrips is equal to it. Can we win that header? Nope, we can't. Gray brings that ball down, and look at the space for Lyndon Dykes. This could be 2 assists for Gray today if Dykes can bag this goal, and he's hit it wide. I actually cannot believe it. How many goals like that have we had and we've buried with Lyndon? It's like the Austin chance earlier. It's just been dragged wide. That's so frustrating because that, to me, is a guaranteed goal. Nice here, Lyndon. Going to play it off to Gray. Gray is going to have to turn. He's going to have to try and find Johansson, which he does. Lyndon, that is a beautiful turn. Takes the man out of it, but sadly, he does get back into it. That's a real shame because that turn from Dykes was filthy. Johansson. Going to try and play it off here to Iliascher. Iliascher does really well to keep that alive. And a nice little triangle there to bring this ball forward again. And now, Gray. Can he set away Lyndon? Come on, Lyndon. This time, mate. Oh, I was going to say, there it is. And he's bloody hit it wide again. Oh, I was so sure that was in the back of the net. I even went close post just to try and secure it. It's just wide. That's so frustrating. I have made some changes. Right. Let's explain this. Dozzle on for Amos. Austin on for Chair. Chair was obviously at left cam. Now Gray is playing left wing with Willock over on the right-hand side. And we've got Charlie up top with Lyndon. So it's almost like a 4-2-4 right now. I'm going all in on this. I'm confident with how we played. Gray, however, has put in a hell of a shift today. And has been really good. Again, like we saw there with putting that ball through twice for Lyndon. Plus the actual assist for the goal that we did score. So I didn't feel like I could justify taking off Gray when he's played really well. But Charlie up top now with Lyndon. Let's see if between 3 strikers and the winger we can get this second goal. But obviously, we don't want to concede. Well done, Aussie. Okay, I just said well done, Aussie. The pass went to their player, not to Dickey. You can see there, tried to play it to Dickey. McBurney's picked it up, and they found the back of the net. That is very frustrating. Sander Berge makes it 2-1. And again, it's so against the run of play. There is not long left in this game, and yet again, they are just working their way forward down the wing. Thankfully, that's a really good tackle there from McCallum. And now Gray, who we know has got pace, just cannot burst away now. Go on, Gray. Good lad. That's better. That is much better. That's a good run from, I think, Stefan Johansson. The pass isn't quite the one, though. We're going to have to get a team press on here. There's only 3 minutes left. This is going to feel like an absolute daylight robbery, I won't lie to you. If we don't win this game, which it doesn't look like we're going to, they've had 2 chances all game. They've literally had 2 efforts, and they're going to have scored them both. It's going to be so frustrating, man. So frustrating. There it is, boys. That's such an annoying win. That's such an annoying win that they've got there. Because they genuinely haven't deserved it. They genuinely have not deserved it. And I'll be the first person to admit when I've played badly or when a team's deserved something. They haven't deserved that at all. It's really frustrating. And, yeah, the unbeaten episode falls at the last hurdle. Well, it's all going a bit wrong now. I've got a progress assessment from the board talking about our financial targets that apparently we aren't hitting, and that's because we aren't hitting those. We've got a position change for Luca Christensen, so let's get that done. Let's sort that one. So we're converting him to a right mid, I think it was. He's gone up +1, and now what we need to do is get that pace up for him. So get that supporting midfielder up so he becomes a little bit quicker. But one thing I want to ask you guys before we end off today's episode, I want your guys' opinion on the Andre Gray situation. He's handed in a transfer request. He's got 2 years on his contract. I physically cannot discuss contracts with him because he's handed in a transfer request. I physically can't do anything. Obviously, it wouldn't be that QPR would then just outwardly sell him. With the situation that's actually happened, Gray would not go and get sold right now. However, I feel like I don't have a choice. I feel like my manager rating has gone down 10 since this situation has started happening, and there's physically nothing I can do about it. Do we sell Gray and kind of basically treat it that we just didn't sign him on that permanent and then we look to replace him with a cheap alternative? Let me know, because it's really frustrating. I've enjoyed using Gray, I really have, but there's nothing I can do about the fact that I've sorted his contract out and yet he's annoyed about his contract, and now I physically can't do anything with it. Now that he's handed in a transfer request, I won't be able to negotiate a contract with him till he leaves the club. Physically, you cannot negotiate a contract until they leave the club. There's nothing I can do about it. So let me know what you would do regarding the Gray situation. And if you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like on the video. Supports me, the video, and this series out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told at any time that we upload a video. If you want to catch us on our live streams, Hursty Games over on Twitch, there is a link in the description. And while you're down there, check out the links to our channel sponsors of M21 and Real Footy Prints. Code Hursty will get you a discount at both. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
His name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.